Hello, my name is Streich and I'm running for Vice President. When I began writing this speech, I had trouble articulating what I wanted to say. And then I remembered that something David said when visiting our class last week. He was asked, where would you like to see the Quest student body in 2 years, given its current position and limitations? He answered, and this is paraphrased, that he would like to see the return of hope and a sense of community in the student body like he saw in Quest's inaugural class. Back then, coming to Quest was a huge risk, and in order for Quest to survive, everyone needed to have a vested interest in each other's and the school's well-being. The burden of creating this or any other kind of community is on us, the students. Right now, Quest is in an interesting position. The student body is larger than it has ever been, and we are set to reach capacity this coming fall. Meaning that now we can stop having to constantly readjust ourselves to incorporate growth, and now we can settle into the final size of our community. It is also our last semester with David as president. This means that next year there will be a fundamental change in Quest leadership. And during this transitional time, our student voice is now more important than ever, and so it must be more articulate and louder than ever before. Along with these institutional changes, the community has been changing this past year as a result of the social stratification among students. This last year has presented the community with issues that any group involving humans must deal with, and we have been fixating on the past for too long. Now it is time for us to move forward, using the experience of the past as a lesson for the future in how we, as students, want to deal with inevitable conflict. I want to see the student body work together to restore hope and mend the Quest community. This is the ethos I will be acting from the rest of my time at Quest, regardless of my role. However, if elected to be Vice President, I will use the position to make the Quest student Facebook page a student place.
This year, as Minister of Human Rights, I have helped in hosting such events as the End of Block Barbecue in September and getting Ivan Coyote to come up. I have funded shuttles to Café du Soleil and have gotten zines on campus. I am currently working on implementing a new SRC proposal which would enable students with more specific interests to get SRC funding. This will help our hardworking floor reps and help to diversify which student interests are being supported by the SRC. This year I've worked extensively with members of faculty and staff, beginning in the summer when I was asked to be on an ad hoc committee which oversaw the implementation of the human rights policy. I continued working with faculty and staff this fall on the Diversity and Equity Committee, and I've also advocated on behalf of individual and groups of students to Melanie and David when issues of confidentiality were concerned. These interactions have taught me how to effectively communicate the concerns of others and how sensitively you must deal with issues involving confidentiality. This experience has made me a competent and articulate mouthpiece in amplifying student voices. Before I pass the mic on, I want to say one thing about this specific election. I'm happy to have so many current SRC ministers on the ballot. I'm also proud of how the current SRC has worked together this year, and I am confident that whoever wins either position will passionately work with the students' best interests in mind. And having past SRC ministers hold executive positions will ensure stability and continuity in the next year's SRC. If you like what you heard, please vote for me, Graham Streich. Thank you.